It's the Hip Hop Advocate Show with DB the GMC.
So let me just take a moment, take a breath. Should I even get, where's my coffee? Maybe that's what I need. I need some coffee. What's up? It's your boy DB the GMC, aka the Hip Hop Advocate, here at the Hip Hop Advocate Show. Y'all also know me as Paper, Papa Geek, Pajama Pants Poppy, a bunch of other names I probably don't even know. But anyway, I've been trying to record this for a while, and it hasn't been going the way that I kind of wanted it to. So, but I still have to throw myself out there. Everybody else is doing what they do. The Hip Hop Advocate's been in existence for a very long time. I actually just went through a realization of how long that was. I found a jump drive. The jump drive had a lot of photos on it, man. I think it started out with where's Young Jack Thriller, the dude who used to do interviews on ThisIs50.com. He was doing his thing for a hot minute. I don't understand what happened, but one minute they're here, next they're gone. But you know, I used to like watching his videos a lot. And this is before Vine and everything, I believe, or during the Vine times. But yeah, so it sounded like a Matrix war. During the Vine times, we had great comedy and little time to view it. But yeah, so then I came across, and it said Quentin Tarantino presents Man with the Iron Fist. And I was like, wow, Quentin Tarantino, how come nobody ever talks about that movie? And I kept going to the Quentin Tarantino presents part as though he directed it, and he didn't. RZA directed it, and he wrote it, and he wrote the screenplay, he produced it, he did a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm not sure why Quentin Tarantino's name was added to it, unless they're close friends. But I have to research that. But it's little things like that and it's stuff like that I wanted to present to the Hip Hop Advocate Show and present to you guys. And I said to myself, I've been doing this a long time. How long ago? I mean, because I had to have this poster when it was fresh, right? It's 12 years ago, man. Yeah, 12 years ago. And it made me feel quite mature in this game. But hey, man, I'm one of the OGs of this game, be anime and the toys and the video games. I mean, we've been, I think some of us have grown into developers of the stuff that you rock with now. I mean, I know there's a lot of young dudes in the game, but hey, man, I'm just saying, man, pay respect. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of us OG video game heads that, that outplay y'all, but they don't talk about us, you know what I'm saying? They talk about all the foul-mouthed young kids that be out here, that you don't see them and don't know where they live, but they be talking. And they shooting you from a distance, you know what I'm saying? You get on, as soon as you get into Grand Theft Auto. So I had to take a moment to share a little bit of that history of why the Hip Hop Advocate ain't just about rap. I love you guys. I used to be an MC myself. I got music on SoundCloud. You're more than welcome to go listen to it. But, I don't do it like that anymore. And at the time, I was trying to, put my dudes on to say, hey, I could be a journalist for y'all. You know what I mean? I could, really put this on the internet. Make it hot for y'all. And folks wasn't following. They were like, oh, you got our music up. You must be making some money. Yeah, I wasn't accepting it, but that's a whole nother story. When you're an MC, when you're in this rap game, how things may not go the way you think it should go in your head as a fantasy of, the ultimate story of coming from nothing, starting from the bottom, now you're here type shit. Yeah. You see that now. I mean, with everything that's going on with the music industry, moguls of the music industry, I'm not sure if I'm even qualified to even talk about these people by name, but a lot of people are talking about it online. Oh, you see what didn't he do? What did he do? What did he do? What I'm saying? That's as far as I'm going on with it. There's a lot of folks you can't forget about. The Snyders in the game. You can't forget about Nickelodeon. Don't sleep on that. Just because you see one face in this scandal, don't think there's other faces that haven't been shown in this scandal. Don't forget about them. Hold them accountable as well. If you're going and raiding this, go raid that. I want to see both raids happening at the same time. You know what I mean? But that's, I digress. That's another aspect of the Hip Hop Advocate that I jump into every now and then. So that's why I was like, the Hip Hop Advocate was more of a newsletter to my hip hop dudes that was like, that don't really watch news, that don't really watch, don't really read what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They just listen and kind of like go by word of mouth. So I'm being your word of mouth. Hip Hop Advocate was the word of mouth. So the Hip Hop Advocate show, I wanted to have a little bit of funny. I wanted to have be informative and current, So that's what I'm trying to bring to y'all. And I hope that after this, I have some type of witty format of what you guys want to hear. And I need content. I need comments. I need good, constructive comments on how to make this better for the audience. You know what I mean? Maybe you need somebody to talk to. Maybe you need somebody to be like, hey, can you go live for a moment? And, I got some questions about, woo, woo, woo. I want to know what you think about woo, woo, woo. Yang, 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 yang. I don't know what it is. It could be anything. I have enough experience, a life experience to kind of give you a little bit of advice, at least, The hip hop culture it was built on love. It was built on each one teach one. It was a different community then. I believe we're missing that, and we've been detached from each other. And we haven't had the closeness that we've had pre-COVID, pre-deep internet, really. What do you think that Freaknik on Hulu is about? You know what I'm saying? I know it's a bunch of craziness, but there was a freedom of being able to know I'm getting ready to go and hang out. I'm about to go hang out. And whatever that hanging out encompasses, and I'm not getting into whatever debauchery you was getting into. I ain't trying to try snitch or nothing, but I never had the opportunity to go to Freaknik when I was younger. So there was a bunch of no-nos to it, and there was a lot of people involved who was like, you're going there, or there was some people who was going and was like, hey man, you got to put in for all the stuff we about to get into. And I'm like, I've heard stories, but now we can actually see that. So, but anyway, it was about that we don't have stuff like that no more. COVID put us in the house. People are like a lot with each other now. So it's kind of like mission accomplished for this, for the powers that be that needed us to be controlled in that way. But that's a whole different story. I'm not trying to get into all that. But anyway, it was different. And so we lost a connection to where now we're disconnected from what hip hop really is as a culture. More so than the rap aspect. You have your graffiti, you have your dance, you have your DJing, and I think most of that has been separated into separate art forms to where we don't see it again. Again, we're being separated. There's no unity. Once that unity comes into like one setting, everybody knows what that feels like when hip hop is doing its thing in one setting. It's a powerful, love-infested festival, or however, for lack of better words. We need to kind of get back to that and know that outside isn't that crazy as we always see it online, So, like recently I was looking at the perfect celebration of what hip-hop history is 50 years, which I think is kind of lying about its age. 50 years of hip hop celebrated in graffiti format was this tagging of, I think it was like 50 floors or more out in California, where they did this beautiful piece of art. I don't know how they're going to clean that. I don't know how they're going to clean that. I hope we got a whole bunch of pictures, and those pictures need to be in National Geographic or something. I need beautiful pictures of that posted somewhere. I need matter of fact, if I can get a nice big canvas of a nice frame of that, that would just be beautiful, right? Anyhow, I think I talked y'all ears off more than I needed to. But I just wanted to say thank you for stopping by, listening to this first episode of the Hip Hop Advocate Show. Hopefully I can push it out to Spotify, and I'm going to have a thing on YouTube and TikTok. I'm going to chop it up. But give me a hot second because I'm doing this by myself. So if you ever wanted to donate, just look up DB to GMC on Cash App with the $, boom. Donate a few bucks, $5, $20, $25, $50, $100, I don't care. All proceeds will be going to creating a bigger and better Hip Hop Advocate Show. How about that? The funds will go to creating these T-shirts and sweatshirts I was talking about earlier to make sure, to boost the legacy of the fact that the Hip Hop Advocate has been out here for a long time. And all those folks who've been rocking with me since then, since MySpace, Facebook and Instagram and SoundCloud, I mean, all of them, WordPress, Blogspot.com, all the places that you saw Hip Hop Advocate or the Hip Hop Advocate Show or this lovely face that we was rocking and that you were part of that. But look, it's your boy DB the GMC, aka Papa Geek. Thanks for coming through. It's been nice. It's been one. It's been whole. Holla at your boy. I'm going to talk to y'all next time. One.